You guys all are in like this black void that you can see everything, but it's like there was that old episode of Star Trek Next Generation where they found that weird casino thing, and it was just the door hanging out in the middle of the blackness. Ralph seems to remember it. Vince, you're too. Okay, so two of the three are with me. The other one just taking off faith. You can see a red door that seems to be the only thing in this strange void, and it has this mysterious symbol on it. So, it appears to be a freestanding door. You have all of your normal adventuring gear, and your shoes are making the sound of walking on like marble.
And we're walking towards this symbol, basically?
Or it's coming toward you. You're not really sure. It's almost like you're floating toward it, but you can hear your feet and stuff. And you guys all draw close to it and then stop and look at it.
What color is the symbol? Like, is it all one color?
You know those wood router things that you go, man, it makes like the groove in the wood?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it was, the door's all red, and then the symbol is made with one of those things, but not the way Logan would make it, where he goes, man, fuck! You know, not like that.
Oh,
like
so we see the red door with this carved into it.
Yeah, I don't know what the proper name for it, like, you can run your finger around it if you wanted to, type thing. There's a special word for that, but I don't know it.
For the groove and the wood?
Yeah. There's something for that process of...
the router? I think the router is the tool you use to do that.
Mm.
Good work, Gus. Are you going to hang this on the front door? You're replacing it? Excellent woodmanship.
Oh, thank you.
No more rice thing from you with the weird face. That freaked me out really bad.
What was that? It freaked you out?
Stop it.
This symbol is very familiar, Doctor. This is what we saw from the
Lover's Lane.
Lover's Lane. Now the handle in the door.
It's got one of those doorknobs that looks gold-ish.
Ish. Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's not solid gold, but it's kind of like, we want it to be kind of looking like gold, but not enough to fool anybody.
I try to walk and look at the other side of the door.
It looks exactly the same as this side.
Okay.
Yeah, take a card. You're actually the first person out of 3 different groups that's wandered around the other side of the door. I'm not even kidding. By the way, this is kind of a timed deal, so you will hopefully figure out the clever way of doing it.
So we've got 4 hours to discover everything about the door. 5 hours to discover everything. The door is the mystery.
Oh my God, last session they were so slow at shit. I was like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. So
I'm smelling the door.
I'm doomed.
I
knock on it.
Oh, everybody give me a listen roll. Oh, Gus already made his listen roll. Anybody else?
Sure.
I'll make one. Listen.
You can do it.
Something I know how to do.
All right. Gus, you heard a voice that said, come in, and you recognize the voice. I'll message you as to who it sounded like. It sounded a bit like that person.
This character hasn't met that person.
Shit.
I hear somebody. Let me make my signaling.
Gang. He gives you guys gang signs and shit.
What gang? No. All right. Does this look like to be like wood door, or is it just
It looks wood.
all right?
Yay!
I heard someone.
Mm.
I turn the knob.
The door opens easily, and it seems to lead into an entry hall that has interesting shit inside. You guys can see from where you're at. In addition to a couple, looks like 4 different exits off of that room, it appears to have a mounted deer's head, a 6-pack of milk in like one of the little wire baskets, and each of the milk bottles has a picture of a cow on it. This looks extremely familiar to you, like it might be from a certain dairy that you are familiar with that all has little cows like that on their bottles.
All right, I guess I head into the hallway.
Okay. Vince?
I do as well.
No, I thought he wasn't going to answer, and you guys just reach back, grab, and pull it. Right. The door closes and seals behind you. Just so you know, this is a bubble map, so I'm going to I'm not, since I don't want you guys to have to investigate like in shitty D&D games, every 10-foot section wall for secret doors and shit. If there's any secret shit, I'll have you roll spot hiddens and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you the different ways off of each room you're in, okay? This one leads to a cloakroom, western gallery, eastern gallery, and stairs up. I'll actually show you a picture of the stairs up, and then I will describe more stuff in this room. Stairs up are a little bit to the right of the milk picture.
Excuse me, Logan, what were those options?
West, east, cloak room, and stairs up. Let's see, the milk bottles themselves, either the milk bottle or the milk inside looks kind of sparkly. Like when you rub your eyes really hard and then you look at something that's got those weird sparkles, you know what I'm talking about? Like that. So you're thinking that it's either some sort of like super science or the Moo Cow Dairy Marketing Department's really been kicking ass lately. And the deer head begins speaking to you in a voice of somebody that you are the only people in the world who have not met yet. And he says this, which we will have Jay read in his best reading voice. If you can do it in an old-timey guy voice, that'd be even better.
Beware the men of blue and watery attack. They seek to destroy evidence and set you back. Diminish your rival, learn another's history. Confession shall help pierce the mystery. This job must be by women done. Don petticoats if not one. On these tines of 3, 2 can you dissect. Rebirth and power can there be checked. Allocate, assess, curtail, shall cause the chanter to bewail. Little time do you have to finish the task, for you may not come back, but complete it in full, and treasure you shall not lack.
So after the deer head says that, it continues moving slightly and looking at you guys, which is odd behavior for a mounted bee head. And everybody give me a listen roll, if you please. It does smell like a normal house and stuff. From up the stairs, everybody except for Gus hears, it sounds like very short bursts of like high-pressure water hoses intermittent.
All right.
Just nodding at the deer.
It
I
nods
think-
back at you.
I think that is a whitetail.
This is as creepy as one of those fish that sing and stuff. You've seen those before.
Yeah, you push the button.
Mm-hmm. It's better if they have a motion detector in them, though. You can get ones with a built-in motion detector, so just by walking by, it begins thrashing and singing.
And I apologize because I was kind of still organizing. So you said there was a coat closet to the east?
Let's see. There is the different exits are the staircase up, Eastern Gallery, Western Gallery, cloakroom.
Gotcha.
The weird watery sounds for everybody except for Gus, who hasn't noticed them because he's busy doing some weird nodding game with the deer head, where he nods and then it nods and then he nods. The watery noises seem to be coming from up the stairs, the circular stairs.
Gotcha. So I'll take a peek in the cloakroom. Are there petticoats to find?
No, in fact, there are not. In the cloakroom, you discover 3 different cloaks. One gray, one white, one black. You see the deer is like...
Question.
Antlers move.
Is this deer just some random normal deer, or is it like a special breed hybrid?
You think it's actually a whitetail?
Oh,
Very tasty with a little bit of adobo.
He's right.
I heard it's good with rice.
Take a card for taunting him with rice.
Pit off.
I'll go for the gray cloak.
You are putting it on or just picking it up?
No, putting it on.
Okay.
Okay, so how many of the cloaks are? You said that this is the cloakroom.
That's correct.
How many of those are there?
There are 3 total cloaks. Now there are 2 total cloaks, one white, one black. The gray one has been seized by, Hunter.
Right. The doctor should wear the white one and the mechanic should wear the black one so it doesn't show the grease.
Right.
Yeah.
This looks like your lab coat up there. So,
Perfect.
okay, so.
So wait, which one is Vince doing?
The white.
The white? Okay.
Okay, so these got to be the petticoats.
They don't look like petticoats, do you?
That's what I was wondering. So the cloak.
Totally looks like in the picture there. I couldn't find 3 different color cloaks that were exactly the same pattern, but these are supposed to be exactly the same pattern, but different colors. So, just in
Was there
case
any
you've never
labels or-
seen colors before.
Any labels or tags or just plain nondescript
Nondescript, plain.
quality or large?
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Possibly even handmade by people with love.
Nice.
Yeah. Give me a tailoring roll.
I'm sure I don't have that.
As we try to get you to build all your new World of Warcraft skills.
Sucks.
No.
Okay.
Is there like the symbol kind of like on the or this part?
The clasp? No, there's no symbol. It's a simple
Gotcha.
clasp. It'd be cool if there was a symbol on it. You're thinking maybe you can eventually get one on there. Then you can rule the universe.
All right. So do you two, did you make a copy of that, what the deer head say and paste it somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Already
So
did that.
they kind of looking at that. so we can think about how that's going to apply. So
Um,
blue
by-
men, watery attacks, they want to destroy evidence, diminish our rival, learn another's history. Something about diminishing the rival, learning someone's history, confessing. Okay.
Question, Logan.
3.
As they're going over that, do the milk glasses have any other writing on it, such as like an expiration date? Nothing?
No, they do
All right,
not.
I think so.
Then you would be correct. Oh, when you pick it up to look at it and stuff, it feels cold. Not like, oh my God, I burned my hand because it's so cold, but like the kind of cold that you're to
Refrigerator.
pull. Yeah, like well refrigerated.
I'm just gonna carry the 6 things of milk then.
That ties up one of your hands.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's nice.
They clink softly in their little water carrying thing.
I want to take a closer look at the deer's head just to see, like, is there any kind of switches or anything?
No, it just looks like a normal stuffed mounted head stuck on a wall, and it looks at you and nods like, It seems to be bonding with him right now for some reason, or they're kind of doing some weird foreplay. You're hoping it's bonding, though.
I'll speak to it in my native language. Do you have rice?
It repeats the poem in your native language.
Okay.
Everybody else give me their Galactic Filipino to try to get a check in that shit. Fumble. Yeah, right. It tells them a totally different fucking poem, and you're like, God damn, I gotta take notes on this. And it's all about rice and gaining
What's
of
that
rice
about?
and the planting and shit. And you're like, yeah.
So the taxidermist didn't do a good job.
You guys ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lead on, doctor. Because clearly we're in some kind of asylum.
Of course. Onward then.
All right, so we've got the East Gallery, West Gallery, and stairs up are our options.
Correct. That's water noises as close as I can get.
Hey, Doc.
And the water noise is coming from up the stairs?
Upstairs.
All right. Let's go to the North Gallery then.
Well, you've got a choice between east and west. There's no north, no south.
Oh,
It just shows
I
him
thought I
run
heard-
into the wall. He's like, yeah, damn it.
I make my own
All right.
rules.
Let's go to the West Gallery then.
He ignores the repeated splashing of water and begins wandering to the west gallery. The western gallery has this strange symbol on it. Ooh. By the way, if you guys need to discard cards, let me know, because there's a fuck ton of pictures in this. And I don't want you guys to cover them up.
I'll pick up my nada again. Then.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I moved it. There's the symbol in the Western Gallery and a bit more description. It's either a long, wide hallway or a very narrow room that goes until it reaches a different room. On one side, it has white curtains and windows and such that just look out onto blackness. The other side, it has these weird photographs that look like they're from some sort of motion picture that it's called Handy. It's, and it deals with like a robot, it looks like a kind of a garbage can with arms that fall off from time to time and whatnot. And it looks like it has horrible special effects and CGI. for whatever reason, that's on the other side, not the window side.
These are still pictures or motion pictures? They're actually in
Still.
motion. We're seeing clips.
No, still pictures, like the kind of cast photos and stuff like that get taken and sold as movie memorabilia and whatnot. And they're all framed and hung up on the walls in pride of place.
And this symbol is on the floor, on the wall?
It's etched into one of the walls. Ignore any subtle water markings, as I've stolen all these symbols from random places in the internet.
Do the windows open?
No. You're not even sure if they're real windows.
Okay, I'll begin kind of walking along the wall slowly, taking a close look.
No problem. Eventually, you guys reach the new room, the parlor. Description in a second. The parlor has several exits. It leads to the toilets, the music room, or the dining room / great hall. Now, the parlor itself, let me unveil some pictures, has some weird stuff in it.
So the parlor exits to the great hall and
bathrooms and music room. Now, it looks like there's a framed picture of that guy with the beret on, and it's according to the thing, it's Ewan McTeagle. He's a famous Scottish poet, and it has several of his more famous Scottish poems and such. I'll give you a couple of examples. First one, to my own beloved lassie, a poem on her 17th birthday. Lend us a couple bob till Thursday, I'm absolutely skint, but I'm expecting a postal order and I can pay you back as soon as it comes. Love, Ewan. Another poem, can I have £50 to mend the shed? I'm right on me uppers, I can pay you back when this postal order comes from Australia. Honestly, hope the bladder trouble's getting better. Love, Ewan. Other titles include, my new checkbook hasn't arrived, what's 20 quid to the bloody Midland Bank? And, can you lend me 1,000 quid? There are also 3 copies of Grognak the Barbarian comics here. You can see those on the pictures.
What was Ewan the poet's last name?
McTeagle, I will copy paste his name. A famous Scottish poet. By the way, if there's anything at all confusing in this, it should make sense by the end. If it doesn't, then that's because you're crazy.
Okay, so this is the parlor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the comics, I pick up one of the comics.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
I pick up one of the comics.
Ooh, something falls out.
That's what I was hoping for.
Flutters to the ground. And it looks like this. It looks like a little coupon.
One moment, please. Where is my skill here? Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay, the one about sea monkeys.
Correct. Just $1.
I wonder if they taste as good as they look.
Mm.
And then I'm going to check the other 2 comics as well.
Each of them also has a coupon for sea monkeys loose inside of it. The comics seem to be the kind of normal, like Conan, like a cheap knockoff of Conan with a lot of improbably chested women who don't choose to wear much despite being in rather harsh environments.
So on the coupons, this is very important. Is it 1 per customer or 1 per household?
It doesn't have any limit as far as I know on it. I think.
Excellent.
I hand 1 to each of you. I open. So the first Grognak. Is there an actual story that can be read?
Oh yeah, you quick. It's really quick to read all the stories and stuff. I'll let you know if they have any significance later. They don't, but yeah.
Because I'm just thinking, it's talking about diminish arrival, learning another history. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking for any kind of clue of arrival, any kind of continuing.
Yeah, take a card. You do your due diligence with the comics. Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're
but
wrong.
Wasn't this in a store in Burlington where it sold comics?
Take a card, young Vince. Yes.
Yeah,
Are these the same comics? Different?
Different. But they're the same Grognak the Barbarian, different issues. Yes. Just in case you needed to build up your fucking collection of useless comics throughout the ages.
They're not useless.
We must know what happens.
I've moved you back to this board so you could discard extras if you wanted.
Let's see. I'm going to get rid of. Let's see. I've got a Hive Mind card, which if one of us plays it, we can pause the game to trade cards.
Mm-hmm. As long as you stick together, you shouldn't need that. But if the players are so unwise as to split up, then it's handy.
Okay. I'm going to get rid of that one, unless anyone can think of a clever reason to use it.
We want to lock it in, or should I hang on to that?
What?
Say again, Vince?
I'll lock it in.
Oh, by the way, side note, this is a prestige mod. I've had some people start despairing as soon as I said that, and they're like, no!
Yeah. The only time that I did a prestige mod, I was getting banged up in a small little vent.
So while they're looking at the comics and things like that, that symbol on the wall, is it painted or is it routed or?
Are you talking about
the spiral pattern?
Oh, that one looks like it's painted on the wall, just normal paint, brown.
Okay.
And
from here there's toilets, music room, and dining room / great hall.
Can I do a cultic roll on the symbol? Is it anything that you might have crossed?
You can.
Probably not.
You've come across very little occult stuff in your life, and when you have, you've chosen to ignore it in the past. You don't see why that strategy should change.
When we first walked in, I had actually rolled Cthulhu Mythos. Should we try rolling occult as well, or
if you'd like to?
I don't know if they kind of overlap here or what.
Cthulhu Mythos is just a super specified type of occult. Like, for example, if you were, oh my God, according to
it's
Dr.
perfectly
Zach.
Fine.
Okay, you two are like, Dr. Z is like, this is the symbol of the Great Devourer. And you're like, it's a triskelion. He's like, the Great Devourer, the 3 heads that come and eat us. And you're like, no, it's a symbol of 3, all the different 3s throughout,
it's an infinite cycle.
Yeah. So you guys are having a rather heated discussion on that.
Or is it just Logan messing with us?
Well, one of you did get a fumble, and the other one did get a crit, so I
Yeah,
thought I'd
and
mention
I'm calling it the Triscallion. That's what you're saying?
Triskelion, yes.
Triscallion. Okay. No, you listen to me. This is the Triscallion, Doctor.
I am the doctor. You is the engineer.
Yes.
Yes. I'm just mimicking him.
Excellent. While they're going on about their Triskelion,
There's what you know, Jay.
Okay.
if I poke my head into the potty and I look at the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
does there appear to be any water coming down through the ceiling of the bathroom?
No, not of the bathroom. However, you do notice some interesting stuff in the bathroom. Here is what is in the toilet. It looks like there's a toilet with some stuff on the tank, as well as a magazine you can read while going to the toilet if you so choose. Mm-hmm. Right next to the sea monkeys thing.
Sensual hobo.
Just one of those magazines that if you found it in somebody else's house when you're going to their bathroom, you would become alarmed.
I love how he's got the stick with the little bundle on it over his shoulder.
That's called a bindle. There was actually...
Oh, that's the bindle. Okay.
That's the bindle. Yeah, that's the whole bindle creation skill and stuff from
Nice.
campaigns past. Yeah. We had a whole hobo. There's a lot of hobo lore out there, Vince. You'll learn it if you play long enough.
At least they're civilized and have 3 seashells here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Take a card, Ralph. Yes.
No home or Taco Bell would be complete without him.
Mm-hmm. That appears to be it. Now, the whole house is lit up and whatnot with indirect hidden lights and stuff like that, so that you're not blundering about
Hey,
the dark. Movie
open up
lighting.
a Sensual Hobo magazine. See if there's any coupons or anything within.
It's almost a sanity roll for some of this. It's like softcore porn with hobos. It's softcore hobo porn, basically.
I'm not. Oh, I drop it like
Yeah, it'd be better if they washed and had less diseases, but maybe it's a very special. It's a niche market.
so much facial hair. Oh,
It's
So
for a
Gus.
selected few.
Gus, are you a hay kind of guy or a straw kind of guy?
Take a card, Ralph.
I don't know. I have to check and see what's in my bindle.
Take a card, Jay. All right.
What's in your bindle? Okay, let's see.
There doesn't seem to be anything else of interest or note within the parlor or the parlor toilet.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of a super snatch. A grapple roll that would normally be made by half can be made at full.
Did you get the super snatch from the Hobo Sensual Hobo magazine?
I got tuberculosis though.
Cool.
Okay, so that was everything in the bathroom. So from the parlor, we can go into the music room.
Huh? Or
Oh, Doctor, don't you know how to play? Hunter, aren't you a pianist? Are there actual instruments in here, Logan?
he wanders into the music room.
With my arms spread out?
In the music room, it looks like this. There is a piano. There's only one violin. The 3 different pictures are like different angles of it. One other instrument. First one, tell me what that other instrument's called. Gets a card.
Where is it? Let's see.
Next to the violin.
Next to the violin. The one that's a skull.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the instrument itself, that general shape has a name. I'm not talking about the
Is that a
specific.
lyre?
Pardon?
that a leer?
Liar, yes.
Liar. Okay.
Yep, take a card, Jay. And then it has that mysterious symbol. It looks as though it's emblazoned upon the wall in paint.
And cryptozoology doctor or hunter, or is this satyr inspecting the skull?
Give me actually just a... Oh, good enough. I'm not going to ask for a different roll. It looks to you like it's antler horns and a human skull.
Okay, unfortunately, we all have to discard our cards.
Cool.
Yin yang.
Hold on a minute. Let me get you... yin yang is not just discarding.
No trading.
So
Everyone discards all of their cards and refills their hands.
Don't fall into what we are now calling the Vince trap, where you read just the first part of the card and then go from there.
I can't wait until I get into the contracts or sign it right away.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome. I, Satan, shall give you one favor. Good enough for me. All right. No need to
Let's
read
tell
into
you are
this.
so.
He makes the blah 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 thing when Satan's trying to warn him that there's more pages. He's like blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Just show me where to sign, buddy.
Read whatever. You need some blood with that or what?
No, I just need some human bones.
I not code, Jason. Don't forget to draw your cards. I'm picking up weird Filipino things that probably mean horrible, horrible things I'm going to shock Filipino people with when I start muttering them. They'll be like, why does he keep saying, fuck my life? I don't understand. He seems to be having a good time.
All right, play immediately. Bad mojo. All players drop to 2 magic points.
All right.
Guys, you're messing with my mojo.
Yeah, when you're dealing with 3 non-spellcasters, that's a surprisingly gentle thing. Unless somebody gets a fumble card.
0 magic points, though, right?
Pardon?
Unless we go to 0 magic points, right?
No, you drop two magic points, not by 2 magic points, two magic points.
Yeah, that's my point, is what happens if we lose 2 more magic points?
Then you're unconscious for 8 hours and can't be woken up. You're just fucked. You're hoping nobody comes by with a knife.
Exactly. Hoping that something doesn't
If they
happen.
do, they better do it good.
More magic points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beware of fumble cards is a good motto now.
So let's see what else.
So a bit more detail in the music room. Lyre, violin, piano, and
All right, so yeah, so can we see the pictures again? I think we were
Yep.
doing so much card play there, I kind of forgot where we were.
No worries. Also, exits off of this area go into the ballroom. There's small stairs up to a minstrel's gallery and an entrance into the dining room / great hall. Can anybody tell me what a minstrel's gallery is? With I'll give a card for that and a card if you can tell me the purpose of the minstrel's gallery.
Yeah.
Please.
Musical place.
Well, kind of. That's. I was going for the more subtle purpose of it. Jay, can you tell me what a minstrel's gallery is?
Yeah, it's basically a small balcony that overlooks usually like a gallery or a ballroom or like a music room.
Excellent.
And then
Grab a
the purpose
card.
of it would be to, well, it's either for the minstrels to perform for everyone or for like the lord of the manor to come out and look more impressive as he addresses people.
Sure, that's good enough for a card. It also, everybody give me a history roll, and I'll tell you another subtle reason why they had them play up in a balcony rather than on the same level as the people as they do these days.
Let's see.
Oh, poor Hunter with all his history, he's still not getting it. And nobody else knows what history
Play
means.
immediately. one of our laptops gets fried.
You guys
And
actually own any laptops?
no. Yeah, so yeah, we have no computers. Let's see.
Aha, primitive.
I moved you back to this page so you get rid of any cards you need to.
Let's see what else we got here.
Any more play immediately?
Training time.
Hmm.
So I'll take a check and a normal skill. Play that before I lose it again.
While we're still here, where the piano is there any sheet music anywhere?
No.
And is the hood of the piano, is that like...
It's the kind you can lift up and whatnot. You know, I mean, believe me, I'm assuming you guys are doing at least a cursory inspection in all the rooms. So if there's like a dead body in the piano or whatever, you would know it. Although I'm not, unless somebody tells me they're closely examining something, I'm not assuming you pick anything up. I'm assuming you're doing an exam without touching anything. That way, if there's like a cursed sword, nobody's grabbing it type deal. Unless you tell me you want to grab it and wave it around.
Yeah, I'm not touching anything yet, but I'm kind of inspecting the piano. Like I'm curious, like if one of the keys might open something. Like is any of the key, like is there dust on any of them? Like
no, it's nice. Everything's fairly clean in here, actually.
Including the skull?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in Burlington itself, where everything just always seems kind of well taken care of. Okay.
Yeah, exactly like that. Now that you mention it, grab a card. He goes, He does his contemplating Asian face.
And is there a window that we can look out of in here? Can we? Does it look
it's more blackness. It's just that weird inky blackness everywhere. Like the windows are just. It almost feels like a lot of it's stage dressing, kind of like Burlington does in a way. Which is, give me evidence analysis roll, just Jay. As he goes, this must mean something. Yes. Cool. And here's the pictures again.
And then the, okay, so then that symbol, like the question mark with the 3, where do we see that exactly?
It's on one of the walls.
On one of the walls.
Yep.
And is it painted brown as well, like in the Western Gallery?
This one's black. Can anybody tell me what that symbol is?
That one I do not know.
Cool.
I think I saw one of those in Dr. Z's bag, but I didn't want to ask too many questions.
I started looking in my bag.
No problem. You set down your milk things and begin rooting through your bag. You don't find a symbol like that. Whenever you guys call him Dr. Z, I always imagine that Dr. Zaius thing from The Simpsons, where they're doing it to the tune of Amadeus. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. So, I don't know why.
Should we go to the minstrel box and take a better look around? See if we can get, it's up high, correct? You have to go up into it.
It is.
For acoustics, so it could broadcast out, yeah.
It seems like that should be the reason, although historically it actually wasn't the real reason of it. But you guys all failed your history roll because it's not on the internet or in galactic internet. Nobody cares anymore, just like today. But you guys go on up there, and there's something interesting up there. It's I forget what it's called when it sticks out of something. There's a special name for that. But up there you see this, it's like a carving, but it sticks out of the wall. Can't remember what it's called. I'm failing my art lore roll. Also, from here, you can look down into the ballroom, which has a large picture of this on one of the walls. As far as the ballroom goes, it's a rather boring room. It's got like the mirrored wall on one side so that it looks twice as big. And then it has this kind of that picture there kind of overlooking the ballroom. And it has 3 different stairs going to different places down. One into a ballroom, one into the music room, one into the dining room. They're very discreet stairs. But the ballroom itself, also, it looks like there's toilets going off of that.
The minstrels gallery itself, is it overlooking the music room or the ballroom?
It's overlooking the ballroom, although you can get to the music room like down like a little kind of quasi-hidden staircase, and a quasi-hidden staircase in the dining room, and a quasi-hidden staircase in the ballroom. In other words, you can find the staircase easy enough, but it's made to be subtle.
2 questions, Logan. I'm trying to remember, because you said that art thing. Is that a bias? It's not a relief, it's a bias, correct? When it comes out of the wall?
That sounds right. Take a card.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was going to
Bas
say
relief or something. Don't know.
And then that photo you said of the ballroom, was that like on the floor, or where was that?
No, that's a big thing on the wall. Like this is overlooking, like while all the people are dancing around, they'd be able to see that
Gotcha.
picture.
And now that reminds me, do we get tarot cards for being here, since we've never been here?
No. For some odd reason, you do not.
All right. That's a photo off of a tarot card, isn't it?
You can take a card and you can have an art card if you can tell me specifically which card.
Is it?
I don't remember. I tried to forget all that.
Yeah.
But it still burns back there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Sunflowers. I don't know.
Is it the sorceress?
They don't have a tarot card called the Sorceress in the standard decks. I don't know about like the Crowley fucking deck or anything. It's amazing how often though I've been able to work my knowledge of fucking tarot cards into the campaign.
But the style and the art though matches like the
tarot cards you've gotten in the past. Yeah, absolutely.
I've gotten the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortunes.
Yes, it totally matches that. It looks like it could be from the same deck.
It's not, what was it? The Hierophant? That's not the Hierophant.
No, Hierophant's a dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was trying to remember. I give up.
Cool.
So anyway,
Priestess?
Yeah, take a card, Vince. Woo, Vince.
what do you say?
It's the look on Ralph's face when he realizes his kid is studying the occult. It's the priestess, also known as the high priestess.
Okay, and that's on the wall of the ballroom.
Really big. Like this is our big picture thing here. You know, bigger than life.
All right, Dr. Z, and since you know it's the priestess, what is it representing?
Can I make a art lord?
How about an occult roll?
Much better. Still bad. It obviously represents the sunflowers.
Yes.
As you can clearly see.
Yes.
She is the queen of the Triskelion.
Good tie back to the air stuff.
Okay, so let's see. Ballroom, bathroom, music room. Was the ballroom, is this the same as the Great Hall you mentioned?
Nope, that's a totally different room.
Gotcha. Ballroom, so we still have that Great Hall to check out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was all the rooms that had connected to the parlor.
Yeah, other than the toilets in the ballroom, which I'll tell you now are nothing special. Other than that, they also have the 3 seashells in them. Other than that, And there's nothing else in that little grouping that you haven't checked out other than the dining room / great hall. Which you can actually see from your location. I'll show you some pictures of it. They have a fire burning in their fireplace as well.
In the Great Hall?
In the Great Hall.
Okay.
Because you got to have a big roaring fireplace in the Great Hall because it's cooler. From the Great Hall, it looks like there are a couple of different exits. You could either go back to the parlor or into the kitchens, because you gotta have the kitchens close to the Great Hall, otherwise the food gets cold.
I'm not saying I roll around in it, but does the from a distance, does the fire generate heat?
Yeah, you get close enough and you're going, yeah. It looks like this is a fully functional, like silverware, knives, forks, spoons, other knives, other what in the fuck are some of these things for, type things. Oh, everybody give me an etiquette roll if you'd like to feel morally superior to the other PCs by identifying the hard to figure out implements for eating with. Dr. Z, apparently nobody's ever eaten food before with anything other than their fingers. So.
How else are you going to eat foods?
We just eat ice. Was it astronaut ice cream where we come from? So
Yeah, that's fair.
Shook form.
Rice, you can eat that with your hands.
You guys are all down in the dining room now, I'm guessing, playing with the fire, not sticking your hand in it, but it does appear to be made of human skulls for some reason. They are burning, but not being consumed. Kind of the way like a gas fire looks like it's burning the log, but it's not, and it keeps going.
Now, is there like any wood or signs of gasoline or anything?
No.
Or is it just burning?
Just burning. There could be hidden gas jets somewhere under it for all you know, or the skulls just could be burning perpetually without being consumed. But you don't like to think about people disobeying the laws of thermodynamics, as that tends to give you acid reflux.
are there any odors in here? Does it smell like food being prepared or being served, or
Not food. You can smell the odor of a fire. You know, normal. It smells like a wood fire as opposed to a bone fire,
Right.
which is nice. Yeah, no weird smells have assailed you or anything yet.
all right?
The only exit from here that you haven't gone into is the kitchen.
Oh,
Or you can-
stop! Wait, what is that I see? Is that a grandfather clock in the dining room I see there? In the
Yes,
back
but
left
it's
corner?
a different. Yeah, take a card. It's a different design though, and it does not seem to be going.
What a waste of time.
Oh, take a card, Vince. Oh,
What time is it set for?
it's set for 13 o'clock.
Nice. Is it because all the weights are down, or is it ready to go, or is it just
Not ticking. You don't know why somebody made their grandfather clock go up to 13 instead of 12.
I wasn't going to question it too hard.
I wouldn't.
Now, as we're just generally looking around, is there any weird symbols underneath the table or the chairs?
I would tell you if there was. I'm not going to mess with you and have you friggin'
Gotcha.
examine each and everything. Otherwise, this thing would take days to get through.
Alrighty.
And I'd rather have you get back to Main Street and take days to go through that because that's awesome. I've been boasting on you guys to other groups. It's like they've been on Main Street for 2.5 days and show no signs of leaving. I was like, wow. They're like, what? Well,
I'm pretty good here, unless we want to get crazy and base it off the photograph. So I see those window box seats. Do they lift open? Anything on there?
no, you check those out. No, don't pay too hard of attention or too close of attention to the pictures and stuff on a lot of these because like I need a dining room thing. I can't force them to make it the way I want them to.
All right.
Which
so we give it our once over and
you give the room a once over and don't encounter anything odd.